Hey guys, Steve here. We got some mail today. Now, not every mail day I have is just like absolutely crazy. It's usually just normal stuff that I buy just for grading and reselling, and I buy 20 and then I try and grade them all and sell them. I'll buy 40. And I'll just keep going, keep building value and keep like building the inventory up. So I'm just gonna show off some cards and we'll just have a look. I mean, it's just from the last like week of purchasing. Picked up a lot of cards that I've sold out of, and I'm just gonna grade them again and just get them going again. So let's just start into a pile now. Some of them are just, whatever cards from non-holos, and some of them are a little bit better, and some of them are more modern promos. So it gives you an idea of what I'm picking up, what I'm getting, and maybe stuff that you might be interested in buying or grading yourself. So we got the deck kit Psyducks, awesome. The Golducks. We got the Dominoes Slow King Prime, awesome. Biting out of an apple, it's so funny. Just so funny. We got the Vaporeon deck. Open one of these. Pretty awesome. We got stamp promos. Love these things. I've sold a few sets of these. Not too bad. Every time I sell a set, I just buy some more sealed ones and I just grade a few more. This scissor promo, awesome. Well, not promo, but it's a holo from the L2. But it's just such a cool looking card. Very, very, very popular. Some random LP stuff. I mean, this is kind of the stuff I've kind of checked through a lot of it already to like get rid of the bloat. This is all the stuff that I do plan on like grading either now or like grading in the future. And I get the mail, and sometimes I think I got almost 300 400 old holos from like Diamond and Pearl, Legend, all that other stuff, and it's all just damaged. So you just gotta remember, there is no like crazy honeypot or like no crazy place where you can just pick up mint cards just to get gem mint on. It's not. It doesn't actually exist, and no one has that. Like, I wish I was buying more back in the day, so I could have that now. But unfortunately, I did not buy Japanese cards until like 2019, so I don't have this huge crazy supply of gem mint Japanese cards. That's just how it is. So with these non-holos, that's actually what I'm trying to emulate. I mean, some of these Pokemon are not as desirable, but some of them are a little bit more. Some of the artists are really good. And eventually we're going to get to the point where the grading price will be so low, I can just grade these and maybe sell them for 20. If a grading price goes down to 10 or 8, I can grade these for like $20, $25. We'll grade them and sell them $20, $25 gem mint. So hopefully that'll be the day. That'll be the time, and I just hope that can happen pretty much. Because these cards are awesome, and some of them, this is 2012, right? This is what, 11 years old now? So Drifloon's great Pokemon. I bought a complete open booster box of BW5. It was quite expensive, but I didn't have much stuff from BW5, and I'm just trying to pick up like as much as I possibly can. That's pretty much it. Like, I'm not trying to like someone like, you have to buy a lot to get the good Pokemon, and then you're gonna get the bad Pokemon. So it's just, you look in here, you're like, oh, they're just non-holos, but they're all gem, great condition. I'm paying almost $1 each. You might think that's way too much, but when I sell a few for like $20, $30 gem mint, it does add up, and it does make sense in the long run. But that's what I'm in. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm not. There's most of my purchases now are not like quick flips, so we're just going through. It's pretty cool the amount of stuff you get in a booster box, but also these boxes are like, I don't know, $800 now, and you get like maybe. If you don't get like the secret rare full art, that's like the most popular card in the set, you're probably left with like $100. That's like best case scenario. So don't open any old sealed black and white boxes. I think obviously purchase price of the box is important if you want to like actually get good cards, but you want to pick sets that have like good holographic cards as well as the good secret rares, so you can actually like get a little bit of value. Now we've got more band make mortars. They're pretty cool. I pretty much bought this. I got both BW5 sets here. So there's one that's like an orange set symbol, and there's one that's like a greenish blue. So I forgot what they were called, but I just go through them. They're just all non-holos. I mean, it's not much to see, but people do ask to see everything I purchase, and I'm just trying to show it. So we got some Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos Tag Team GXs. Now, tag teams, I've been selling them for like 2 years. 2 or 3 years, PSA 10s. They're awesome. My margin on them is so low. Like, this might sell at like $10 profit PSA 10. And honestly, if I get too many 9s, I'm looking at losing. And you're probably sitting there like, why would you do that? Well, I just want to satisfy the needs of collectors that want to get stuff. Graded cards for their collection. I mean, done pretty well all over the whole like pandemic and 22 and into 23. It's all been pretty good. So I personally can afford it. I would not suggest anyone to do this, to be honest. I would pick cards that are actually good and not cards that, like, at best you only make $10. I don't want. I want people to, at best they make, like, at worst they make 10, sort of thing. So we got some illustration 2022 contest promos. I think it was like 20 sealed packs, or I don't know, something like that. We got the, just show them off. We got Greninja, Arcanine, Bulbasaur. So I'll probably go like 10 Bulbasaurs, 5 Greninja, 5 Arcanine to start off with. See how they sell. Set the margin at around, to start off with, I'll probably set the margin at the price of 1 grade. So these cards are roughly $3-4 each. So my margin on that, once I grade it, if I get a PSA 10, I'll probably sell them around $20 margin. So for every one I grade and sell, I can pay for 1 more grade. That's basically in my mind, and then I can just grow the amount of graded copies I have, and eventually on the last few you buy more raw copies. So that's the idea. Gengar Mimikyu tag team, awesome card. I think this will be like $100 PSA 10 in a few years, because people will just stop getting mint raw copies. And another awesome tag team. You know, this is, yeah, it's not glamorous, the life of a reseller, the life of a card store. You do just have to buy like the more popular stuff. You can't just be buying crazy stuff all the time. Look at the Gengar VMAX. And Umbreon Darkrai tag team's pretty good. And we got some old Blastoise 25th. 25th is kind of going up. So I figured I'd stock up and I get a whole bunch more Blastoise. Charizard's a little bit out of reach, and Venusaur was more expensive than Blastoise at the time of me purchasing these. So I think I sold like 14 PSA 10s. My margin's around like $25. It should be a little bit more, considering these are costing me like $60 now. But that's fine. I think I still have some raw ones somewhere. But honestly, these days, I'm perfectly fine. If I can make my grade cost and the card cost and just a tiny bit on top, I'm happy to do the volume game and sell 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000. If I can sell 20,000 cards a year, I'll be over the moon. I mean, it's a lot. It's 40, what is that? 60, 70 cards a day. I mean, that'd be crazy. There'd be a lot of packages. But I'm equipped to do it, and that's what I want to do. I would not say to do that. Like, if I was more of a beginner, or someone, not a beginner, but someone who knew a lot but didn't have the capital, I would try to find cards like these from like the legend sets and just try to pick up stuff like these older holos that if you have a time and you do look into like finding them as single cards, buy it now, and people, they might sell this for like $10 and then it sells in PSA 10 for $100. I would probably invest my time and money into that. I would not try to do the mass grading route, because you will hold so much value in graded cards. I think I have like maybe 2,300, 2,400 graded cards right now, and you have to think about that. That's like $40, $50, $60,000 just in like graded value, graded purchase, like me just paying PSA, and now I just have it in my shop available for sale. So it takes up a lot of money, and yeah, I just wouldn't say to do that as a beginner or someone who just doesn't have as much capital. I would try to just go for like these cool cards, you know, like the Prime cards, or like, you know, this, where is it, Squirtle Ditto cards are awesome, and you can find one in every Vaporeon deck, and it's just like cards like this Coughing that are pretty cool. It's just the Vaporeon EX is a nice one. Just cards that have a much higher margin, but they're like the grading gem mint chance is lower. But I mean, you have to spend more time trying to find a gem mint one. Stuff like these Sword and Shield 1 Pikachus, I mean, you're looking 4 months out from release. I'm a little bit late to this train, to be honest. I didn't grade any on release. I was busy during that time. During December, I had a lot more stuff going on. But I will grade around 200 of these in the next 2 or 3 months. And I'm going to set the margin at like $10 for myself. And I'm just very sorry if you're grading this card. Maybe all my cards sell out. I mean, that's this kind of card I think will go to around 100,000 pop. I don't really know how many they made. They made easily 500,000, million, 2 million, 3 million. Who knows? But this will be a very popular PSA 10 for a long time, and it will climb up. Just because I buy 200 and I plan on grading 200, I'm not just gonna stop buying them. I'm just gonna buy this card seemingly forever, like until they kind of stop selling. But I think everyone deserves this Pikachu in their collection in gem mint condition. Actually, not that easy to get in gem mint because of the way the gem mint rate might be pretty high because it doesn't have much like edgeware, but people aren't grading the damaged ones. You can buy the sealed packs and you can get a lot of damaged ones. Even some of these cards are borderline. Like I think I got 99 packs in today, and these are the ones I'm going to grade, and I pulled 75 of them are gradable, and then like 24 of them were bent from being in the sealed pack. So just letting you know, it's not, yeah, it's going to be hard to try and get my cost back on those. I'll have to sell them for like half price. So yeah, it's not super easy to do this mass stuff, and I don't recommend it, but that's pretty much like my next step. I can't just keep doing stuff where I find these cards, because you can't find cards like this over and over and over again in mint condition. You can't replicate buying trophies, buying prize cards, buying like all these other cards. You can't just do it every single week because they don't get listed that fast, and also the buyers available aren't always there. So I'm kind of rambling, but happy grading, happy reselling, happy traveling. I hope you have a great day.